we have so much information and we're not integrating it. So like this is something with plant medicines where like when you get home from a plant medicine journey, don't go straight back to work, integrate it for a while. And the same thing with fasting. I don't know if you've ever done fasting before, but like the most important part of fasting is not the time that you fast. That's obviously like if you don't do it, then you didn't fast. But the most important part of it is how you enter yourself back onto food. It's the reset. So that you hit the reset button, but the important thing is afterwards, if you start introducing the same food, there was no point in doing the reset anyway. You're just giving your body back the same stuff that was causing you to need to do it in the first place. You just negated the point. So really what we need to do is simplify the diet of information that we have coming in, and really simplify it first into categories. Like we need to understand, is what I'm reading, like it's okay to inform ourselves of the threats out there. And I think it's actually necessary. This is the whole dark and light. When I talk about conspiracy and then spirituality at the end of these films, this twist ending where it's like, oh, but it all conspires for you. All this really is the same tale throughout history of the light and the dark, you know, and I could go throughout the entire pantheon of, the advent of Ahriman and Lucifer and anthroposophical settings and stuff like that, on and on and on. But really, to understand the darkness, yeah, you got to look at it. You definitely have to look at it. Get a little bit of that. You don't need a lot of it. I think a lot of us are overeating that, thinking that we're protecting ourselves, thinking that, you know, like, well, this is how I keep myself protected. It's like, yeah, do you really need to spend 3-4 hours looking at the darkest stuff and getting all the details? Do you need all those details? Are they directly applicable in your life? So we need to simplify it. Look at the darkness, yes, but then distill it down. What does it mean for me? Who am I in the face of this darkness? And then you can look at the light. You can go into like, spiritual teachings. And I think that's very good to understand how to root and to accept, if this is part of reality, how do I root this into my being, into who I am? Because rooting the darkness is very important. That's what New Age gets all the flack for, is they try and avoid the darkness and just hover in the light. And that's not realistic. And they always end up having to face their darkness and probably lying to other people about it to save their kind of persona, their outward facing persona. So we need to simplify things and bring it back to the body. The body keeps the score. That's a very good book by Bessel van der Kolk. And when you were talking about somatic healing through, somatic therapies, your body has far more wisdom than your intellect. We need to get this super clear. Your body is not even a technology, it's an instrument that's been refined for we don't know how long. We don't have those answers. We're clueless onto our ancient past, except for stories that we come to resonate by and our distant future. What we do have is this long chain of iterating bodies out into existence, and we all have one of those. Our mind really starts coming into fruition by the more temporary stuff. So our mind is very new and we get very fascinated by it. And we find this mundane body to be this just kind of boring thing. It's here to get our head from sitting position to sitting position everywhere we go. Your body has so much innate healing wisdom, and also it can answer your questions.